My name is Brian, and welcome back to Desert Theory Farm Week. Well, I made it back to the home farm, and I absolutely love it here. Panama, Iowa, and the Felbin farm is one of my favorite spots to be, so it's just so cool that Uncle Mike lets me come and help out with this stuff. We already have one grain cart, the semi, the straight truck, and the combine all up at the farm that's 45 minutes to an hour away. So I need to get this last grain cart up there. Mike's already taken off, he's heading up there. That's my job this morning. Okay, made it out to the field. That's a heck of a long drive. Uncle Mike, he took the straight truck. So he took the straight truck, he took it to the bin. He was nice. He left the semi for me. He knows I like driving it. So we'll get this tarp opened up for Mike. Get that semi warming up. Then I will be taking that semi dumping at the Portsmouth farm. So, and then Uncle Mike, he's just got too much corn. The trip's too long, so he's gonna be able to keep up or stay ahead of me. So he'll have to take some straight truck loads, but that's the plan. Okay, everything looks good on the semi. Got the other tarp off of this grain cart, so it's ready for Uncle Mike. So better get hauling some grain. So this is steep enough where we just kind of crawl up out of here in third gear. It's a lot with 80,000 pounds and gravel road, so try not to twist the drive line or just damage anything. So just kind of put up here slow, and then it's just a nice cruise in through Harlan and all the way to Portsmouth. Okay, so while that's unloading, I'm gonna go ahead and open this tarp up, and that tarp just keeps the grain in, keeps the water off if it's raining, doesn't let it blow away. So that bin, you hear, even when I shut all the tractors off, there's still a lot of noise, and it's from these fans, which are right there. And these fans, they help, so we can take a couple moisture points out of the corn. The other thing it does is it helps blow all this chaff off. So if you look at that top of that grain bin, see how it's just blowing a ton of that chaff out? That fan pushing all that air in there, it's kind of helping do that. So it just gets rid of a lot of this stuff. Getting towards the end of this hopper, so then we'll have to back up. And the reason we do that is you unload the back hopper first, because then like this instance, when you're backing uphill and it's nice and dry today, but say tomorrow, you kind of build a habit of doing it. So if tomorrow, if it gets all wet and it's slick, you take all the weight off your drive tires, and it's all in the back of your trailer. It's really easy to get stuck. So that's why we do it like that. hopper door is all the way open. You want to make sure and close it. So that way when you go get in the tractor and you start to load it, you don't start emptying out on the ground. While that's unloading, we're going to take a bit of a gamble and go look in the bin. So while that's dumping, if a PTO shear pin, if anything stops on the tractor, it's going to stop pumping it up the auger, and it's just going to start going out on the ground there. So really kind of listening for that tractor for any kind of a change in noise. You can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear, but you can hear the corn hitting on the outside of this grain bin. So we'll also kind of keep an eye on that. If that stops hitting there, that means all of the corn, the grain is out of the auger. And so it's been a while and it's dumping on the ground. So we'll just do one quick double take and then go look. So right here, you can really see how all of it comes together and works. But unloading out of the hopper, going down into the other hopper for the auger, coming up the red pipe, and then traveling all the way up this yellow auger conduit and pouring out here. So it's a pretty slick process. Now the next steps are turn off the PTO on the tractor, because all the grain's out of that auger. So turn that off, let that tractor cool down, and then I gotta move forward. I gotta move forward so I can get out and then get that hopper out of the way. So the best way I can kind of describe a lot of farming is like if you have a camper. There's lots of little steps that seem super easy, but if you don't do them, it costs you a whole bunch of money. So we'll just kind of run through these steps right now. Okay, so now I'm just going to move this handle. It's going to turn off that PTO. Okay, so now we're just sitting here, we're letting it cool down for a couple minutes while we move ahead and get that hopper out of the way. Since Uncle Mike is, I know he's gonna stop and grab a quick bite of lunch, I got a second here where I can show you what I was talking about with those hopper doors. So I try and always close them as soon as I'm done emptying, because I don't want to forget. But what I also do is before I leave, and then kind of when I get back to the field too, is I look, and you can tell real easy when these hopper bays are open. This sticks out right here. We're looking on this other side. You can tell it's back up against the gear drive there. So that's just what I do every time. All right, I think everything's good on the semi. 30-20 is off. Time to head back to the field. Get some more corn. Looks like Uncle Mike just got back. He just got the combine fired up. So we'll get this truck turned around, ready to dump corn on, and I'll get the other grain cart going, ready to go. So get it warmed up, check oil. I was just rolling down the road, minding my own business, and the rear drive tire here blew. And man, it was loud. It blew dust out. Pretty violent. Scared the hell out of me. Had my window down. I was turtled up on it, but we got a guy coming to change the tire, so that's good. I think this is the bad spot right here. I think that's what's the matter with it. Right there. So filling up this last time I missed it, and I missed it because my SIM card was full and my battery was dead. Trying to get both those grain carts emptied to get me back on the road. So I was hustling, didn't want to make the camera seem like it was slowing things down. Westfield Auburn. So Steve was out here, got that tire changed, and he was quick. And it really kind of brings up something that I think a lot of us forget. We think about how hard all these farmers are working and how much goes into this, but we forget about some of the truck drivers or the guys changing tires, machinery repair, welders. Harvest really affects a lot of people, and all of these different trades play such a role in getting all this crop out of the field. It's pretty amazing being out here and just witnessing it and just seeing rigs and trucks and just everybody going different directions, all trying to get whoever's farm they're working on this crop out of the field. It's pretty amazing out here to be out in the Midwest at harvest time. It's pretty cool. All right, so I climbed up here. And see, on this side we only have about one ring left, and then on that side over there we have a whole ring and a half. That's because that spreader right there, I didn't realize it was off, so I plugged it in, but I didn't check the breaker. So I plugged it in but didn't check the breaker, so it filled up. So I turned it off now. I'm going to point it towards the other side to see if I can level this bin out. So it's kind of my bad, and now it's time to see if we can fix that. Okay. Luckily, it looks like it's pointing about the right spot for us. I'll move it just a little bit. That's where you hope you don't drop your flashlight. So now we'll just empty out one full load out, and then we'll come up here and we'll see what that turned out like. See if it leveled enough to where I can turn that back on. Okay, so you can see how that. Just having that off for a second, we have one ring all the way around here, so it looks great. Turn the spreader back. Truck loaded. We're going to do one more round here, so heading up, crawling up out of this field. I'm going to go do one more run, come back here, fill it, and then be done. So keep on farming. Okay, so we have about half of a ring left. Looking real nice and even, almost a full ring. left. So mounting up, so it starts going quicker at the end here. So we'll go put half a semi-load in here and see what it looks like in a second. You see we're getting close now. So just so we don't mess up, we're gonna do stuff like we always do. Before we check that bin, we're gonna pull this truck forward to get this hopper out of the way. Just don't wanna forget, then drive off with that underneath. Let's go check that bin. Okay, so we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ribs showing. So 6 more ribs to fill up, but we're getting close. Everything's good here, good for the night. So, oh, that actually reminds me, I didn't shut off the thanks guys, you saved me. I forgot to shut off the spreader. Okay, so like I was saying before, got everything done here, ready to head back up to the farm and load this thing back up with the grain carts Mike's got. And I was just gonna kind of show you something that's difficult here. So I really love farming at night. There's not as many people on the road. There's not as many tractors moving fields that you have to contend with. One thing I don't love is this right here. So I'll show you. You gotta remember stuff like this. So you have to remember to not get your trailer, still swing right around the ditches that you need to swing around so you don't end up bumping your trailer. You can see it. Doesn't mean it's not there. You can see how close it's coming. Well, all right, I just got back to the field. Both tractors are locked up, and so I think I'm gonna find Uncle Mike here real quick, and then we're just gonna we're gonna leave this here, just head back to the farm in his pickup. So pretty amazed I get to be here. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you liked it, especially anybody that was on this channel that hadn't seen farming before. So hopefully I'm giving it an accurate representation of how fun it is, and just kind of what a neat different experience it is. So thanks for watching.